Think you are done with your childhood? Forget it. You may have left your childhood home, built a career, maybe even started your own family, just like me, but your body never forgets. That's why your chest will tighten before a conflict, why your stomach drops when someone raises their voice, why you shut down or lash out even when you promise yourself you wouldn't. Your childhood is not just in your memories, it is wired into your nervous system. And until you face it, it will keep showing up in your adulthood. Welcome to Courtship Academy. My name remains Christine Vidal-Wachuku. And here we explore how your past shapes your love life, your parenting, your money, your confidence, and how you can break that circle so you can finally live free. Now, let's talk about why your body remembers what your mind wants to forget. Trauma isn't just an event that happened years ago. It is the way your nervous system learned to survive, to keep you safe in your childhood. So when you were a child, your brain didn't have the maturity to say, this isn't about me, and then know that, okay, it's all right. No, all it knew was, I am not safe. So your nervous system adapted, rewired your brain. Some of you fight. You get loud, defensive, angry. Some of you flee. You run away. You avoid conflict at all costs. And some freeze. You just go silent, numb, disconnected. You don't want to cause any trouble. You withdraw. Some fan. You just people please, just to stay low. Fast forward to adulthood, and the same survival mode still switch on, even when you are no longer in danger. Okay, let me make it plain. At work, your boss may raise their tone, and suddenly you feel like that little child being scolded all over again. Because as I said, your body can't differentiate. And in marriage, your partner withdraws and you spiral, convinced you're being abandoned. That's what your brain tells you. With money, you overspend or hoard because deep down, you still feel the scarcity of your childhood home. Maybe you grew up in poverty and you always lacked food. In parenting, you overreact, vowing not to repeat what was done to you, only to find yourself doing the very thing you swore you will never do. These are not random reactions. They are echoes of your childhood playing out in your present moment. Here's what's happening in your body. When you're under stress, your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that helps you to think logically, it shuts down. So it's like the stress signals, let's say, fire. So when there is a fire everywhere, the amygdala, which is the alarm center, takes over. It says, danger, 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 react now, react now. So that's what is happening. The problem is that your amygdala doesn't know the difference between your father who was shouting at you in 1985 and your co-worker who is being impatient with you today or raising their voice at you. The amygdala doesn't know how to differentiate that. So all it does is to make you react the same because all it knows is it's danger, so react to it, right? So to your nervous system, it's all the same. That's why you overreact to small things or feel frozen when you should speak up. It's not weakness, it's wiring. Because trauma rewires your brain not to work the normal way it's supposed to work, right? But healing helps take it back to how the brain should function. So that is the good news. What was wired can be rewired. When you pause and notice your body signals, you start breaking that automatic cycle. So you take a deep breath or you journal honestly and seek safe spaces for your emotions. That calms your amygdala and give your prefrontal cortex room to think again so that you say, okay, what do I do now? I know that I'm not in my father's house and this is what is happening and how do I, respond to this? When you face the story, not just the symptoms, you take your power back from the past. Your childhood may live in your body, but it doesn't have to control your future. So here is the truth. Your childhood is not behind you until you heal it. You can't say, oh, forget about it. No. Otherwise, it keeps showing up in your reactions, your relationships, your parenting, your money, your faith. So let me ask you, where do you still see your childhood showing up today? Is it in your marriage, your work, your parenting, your choices? Where do you see it in what I've said so far? Drop it in the comments. You're not alone, and your honesty might set someone else free. And if this video spoke to you, make sure you subscribe and share it with someone who needs to hear that their past doesn't have to run their present. My name remains Christine Vidal-Wachuku, and I'm here to remind you that you don't outgrow your childhood, you heal it.